get a roll call, please?
Here.
Here. Here.
Here. Would you please join me in the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies in which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, the Sussex-Wantage Regional School District Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the school building and notice of said meeting sent to the New Jersey Herald and the Star Ledger.
Sussex-Wantage School Mission Statement. The Sussex-Wantage Regional School District is a responsive, caring, child-centered community. Our mission is to educate each individual to become a confident, lifelong learner and productive, responsible citizen by providing challenging opportunities in a safe environment through a partnership with families, schools, and community.
Thank you, Mr. Gall. At this time, we will move on to the report of the Superintendent of Schools.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to invite Mr. Schwartz, Principal of Sussex Middle School, to present our Students of the Month.
Good evening, Mr. Gall, Mr. D'Agostino, members of our Board of Education, and members in our audience tonight. Our students at Sussex Middle School have started the year off eager and engaged in the learning process again and continue to impress us with their resilience. It has been a wonderful experience welcoming all of our students back into our building. Before I begin tonight, I would like to acknowledge the hard work and determination of all of our students, teachers, and parents during our first month back. While this transition may be easy for some, it isn't easy for all. Being able to rely on peers and colleagues along the way makes the process possible and certainly more enjoyable. I would like to thank the entire SMS community for all that they have done for our students. Tonight I will be recognizing a student from each grade level that has gone above and beyond to start our school year. The 6th grade student of the month for September is Lucas Ireland. Lucas is excited to start his career at SMS and has truly enjoyed the freedom and the experience of a locker and switching classes. His favorite class thus far is mathematics, a content area that he has always enjoyed. Lucas's teacher stated the following: Lucas has been a kind, courteous, and respectful student for the first few weeks of school. He has been an incredible role model for his peers, and we look forward to seeing all that he accomplishes throughout the year. Here at SMS, Lucas is looking to get involved. He expressed an interest in band, bowling club, basketball, and cross country. We can't wait to see what Lucas gets involved in and the positive impact that he will have on SMS. Outside of SMS, Lucas can be found playing football, watching football, or simply thinking about football. It became quite evident in a meeting with Lucas that his passion for football is something that he will continue to follow for years to come. Please join me in congratulating Lucas as a 6th grade student. The 7th grade student of the month for September is Kyra Rome. Kyra's teacher stated the following: Kyra has been a diligent and conscientious student as she has embarked on her 7th grade school year. She is engaged in her learning and takes responsibilities as a student very seriously. She has been doing well academically, handing in her work on time, and asking questions when needed. She is eager to please and can often be found going the extra mile. Outside of school, Kyra is a very active young lady. She enjoys running and is participating on our soccer team here at SMS. While Kyra enjoys seeing friends at school and learning new information in all of her classes, science is the subject that interests her most. As she moves through her schooling, Kyra is eager to participate in science classes and electives, hoping to someday pursue a career as a crime scene investigator. I am confident that with her work ethic and positive attitude, that Kyra will continue to find great success in the future. Please join me in congratulating Kyra Rome as a 7th grade student. The 8th grade student of the month for September is Samantha Ward. As a new student, Samantha has already made a positive impression on those around her. Her teachers have indicated that it feels like Samantha has been with them forever, and that her cheerful attitude and grit make her a great addition to any classroom. Samantha indicated that she has a love for reading, writing, and drawing, and that it is her hope to become an animator or illustrator someday. It comes as no surprise that Samantha's favorite class is language arts. She explained to me that the freedom that comes from being able to choose what you are reading or writing is something that is valuable to her and allows her to express herself. It is clear to me that Samantha possesses a skill set that will continue to benefit her for the remainder of her time here at SMS. Her level of independence, self-advocacy, and maturity will all prove to be great assets. We are all looking forward to watching what this young lady will achieve in the future. Please join me in congratulating Samantha as the 8th grade student.
Thank you, Mr. Schwartz, and congratulations once again to all of our recipients. I didn't even have to ask. We're out here. So just to report out on a couple of other items, the opening of school, we're eternally grateful for our parents, teachers, faculty, staff, Board of Education, trying to make it as successful as possible under some really challenging circumstances we are experiencing as we're getting those notices, COVID. We do have staff going into quarantine. We do have students going into quarantine. Fortunately, at this juncture, everyone seems to be making out okay, but they are constraining those instances are constraining our operations. We've been dealing with it thus far. Hopefully we'll continue to do that as time goes on. To report out on facilities a little bit, Mr. Petrowski had indicated to me, we talked at one point, the new ramp that's out in front of Sussex Middle School was evaluated twice to see if we needed rails on that incline portion. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is right here, you heard from Mr. Petrowski. I believe at this juncture, an engineer came out and double checked, and I believe we are getting rails along the field side. That's correct. No additional cost to the district. So that was a positive development. Our CEL well system project is underway. The company has installed cinder block foundation on the structure that's being put up. That's really all that's been done thus far. We relocated the shipping container down to the lower portion of the parking lot. So I think the next stage of the project is for framers to come out and frame the structure. Our policy committee met right before the board meeting. We reviewed some ways to enhance our student dress code policy. So some different items were discussed and will be either modified or enhanced in the policy going forward. Curriculum and special services met. They covered a host of topics. Some of the more critical ones are October 11th, we're having a PD day. Mrs. Demolakis is working to coordinate with Mrs. Wilson. This is a QSAC year for us. So QSAC is a process by which the County Department of Education, the LAGO, Trenton, will come out and audit the school district on a variety of different areas, everything from fiscal management to curriculum to instruction and program. We've been through that process before. We've been through that process, I believe, my first year superintendent here. So I think that should go well. That usually occurs later in the school year, March, April. Just to point out that we do have a table at Wantage Day. Wantage Day, I believe, is October 9th. 2 to 6 p.m. Our community outreach members play a critical role in helping just to advertise some happenings in the district and showing our faces at that table if any business goals that participate in our shares. Thank you, Mr. D'Agostino. That's all I have to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Gall. Mrs. Stoll, when is Sussex Day? Do you know? I think it's the end of October.
I want to say it's the 23rd.
I think so. Would we be able to get the table there as well, Mr. Gall, Sussex?
Yeah, so the last time they hosted it, we had a table there. I feel like they had a Halloween parade at the time, right? And it rained that day, so we were out there on full force with our tent, you know. Absolutely.
All right, at this time, are going to move on to Wantage open seat interviews, which I believe is now interview. So, Mr. Nuss, if you would just come up, introduce yourself, and why you would like to serve for the next few months in our vacant seat, that would be much appreciated.
Thank you guys very much. Being I was not planning on being here, I ended up writing you guys a little letter, and rather than me going off on a tangent tonight, I'm just going to read it. And then if you have any questions, you can ask me. So again, this is as of early today. Dear board members, I wanted to thank you for working with me last minute with regards to my conflicting work schedule. As many of you know, I would have liked to have the opportunity to speak to you here in person. Actually, I am here. Now, is that music for me, Georgianne?
Motivational music.
You really didn't have to do that. Just give her a minute. Anyone want to dance?
Sorry.
That's all right.
I don't have to vote.
Everybody really laughs, so it's, we're good. All right, we're good? All right. My attendance record over my tenure as a board member is something I'm very proud of. As a team of elected officials, elected to represent our taxpayers, students, teachers, and administration, I feel we've accomplished a lot to benefit our community while I was an active board member. From protecting our kids by creating positions for armed SROs, to air conditioning our schools, even though we didn't buy the big-ass fans, and for those of you who are on the board, you'll hear about that, to successfully navigating budgets while having to deal with the slashing of state aid. I feel we did the best that we could with what we were given to work with. I feel my ability to work with most of you over the years has been an asset, allowing us to agree to disagree, while still accomplishing so many positive outcomes within the Wantage School District. I feel my 6 years of being in tune to most of what's going on with the district is also a big advantage here that I bring to the table. Again, is interviewing against some other people. I have chaired and sat on multiple committees over the years, and I understand the roles and responsibilities of being a board member. I'm not afraid to speak my mind, and I will always be happy to justify the way I vote to the public. Navigating the pandemic has been more than a challenge, and being involved from the beginning also allows me, I feel, to jump in immediately and be helpful with thoughts and whatever else might come out of my mouth. And for those of you who don't know, I grew up here in Wantage. I went through the school system, as did our kids, Logan and Ella. Ella is now at the High Point. Logan graduated a few years ago. These past few months off the board made me, realize how much fun I actually did have here. I love the opportunity to take the last 3 months of this term. And who knows, I may even choose to run again in the future. So with that, I thank you guys for being flexible and, leave it at that.
Thank you, Mr. Nuss. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Nuss on the board? All right, well, seeing none and seeing no other candidates, I'll look for a motion to appoint Mr. Nuss to the vacancy, please. Thank you. Looking for a second?
Second.
And roll call, please.
Paul? Yes. Juliana?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Congratulations, Mr. Nuss, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Sorry,
Very exciting.
sorry for
No,
my
you-
phone interference.
What was that?
Sorry for my phone interference.
No, it's all right. It was entertaining, you know.
Next time, sing along, please.
I'll brush up on my dance skills as well.
All right, at this time, we will move on to audience remarks. Members of the audience are invited to make brief comments about items on this agenda and matters of interest to the district.
Where's Kronsky to help her?
Yeah, we put on like silence. Yeah, we got the IT department on this.
I turned down and down. Why didn't it turn down?
Just get me on the side. We're good, thank you. We're ready for audience remarks.
I'm Lisa Bernfeld. I'm here to speak on behalf of SWIA. I just wanted to speak about what we just did for Pride. On Saturday, there was the Wantage 5K in the community to support the recreation department. And SWIA donated money to help support the program like we do every single year. We had amazing runners come out, not as much as we've had in the past, but it was kind of like going with the whole COVID thing. But it was so great to see some of our students out there running and participating, and our staff as well. I just want to publicly thank Carol Speck for coming to take the pictures on behalf of SWIA, and for Sue Umberza also for helping assist with being a cheerleader for the whole entire event. So it was a great turnout, and I can't wait to continue this tradition for the next year, other years to come. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much. We give a round of applause to Svea for. Is it cheating if I use my wheelchair next year, Mr. Terrell?
I'm sure. Someone still has to be changed.
All right, thank you. Are there any other audience remarks? Seeing none, we will move on to the board secretary certification, please.
Pursuant to NJAC 6A, 23A, 16.123, I certify that as of August 31st, 2021, no line item account has encumbrances and expenditures which in total exceed the line item appropriation and violation of NJAC 6A, 23A, 16.1.
Thank you. We will move on to the approval of board minutes for August 19th, 2021, regular and executive session. Looking for a motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Woody. Looking for a second. Thank you, Mrs. Trinidad. Any discussion on approval of board minutes? All right, roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Abstain.
Yes. Are those approved, the three? Okay, thank you. We have no need for executive session on agenda items, so we will move on to the presentation of agenda items.
Thank you, Mr. D'Agostino. Under personnel, I'd like to move items 1 through 24.
Looking for a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion on personnel? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Under finance, I'd like to move items 1. Through 16.
Looking for a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Woody. Thank you, Mrs. Stahl. Any discussion on finance? Roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Under special services, I'd like to move items 1 through 6.
Thank you, Mrs. Stahl. Looking for a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion on special services? Roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Under curriculum, I'd like to move item number 1.
Thank you, Mrs. Woody. Thank you. Any discussion on curriculum?
Not discussion, but a statement. Very, very, very happy to see that we have these, and that we're able to do them again this year.
Thank you, Mrs. Woody. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Referring to the addendum under personnel, I'd like to move items 1 and 2.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Woody. Looking for a second? Thank you, Mrs. Stahl. Any discussion on personnel on the addendum? Roll call, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Again, referring to the addendum under finance, I'd like to move items 1 through 5.
Looking for a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we will move on to unfinished business. Does anyone on the board have any unfinished business they would like to discuss? Seeing none, we will move on to new business. Is there any new business the board would like to discuss?
Maybe just a little bit. I think somewhere in there we got that we were gonna get our packets on Monday. Now, can we make that back to Friday? Because, I mean, I personally am okay, but I mean, I think a lot of people work, and the weekend would probably give them more time if they chose to look at it.
It's a whole lot of one stuff. The issue is the scheduling out on Fridays. That seems to be the way people see it off, and you have all the information is there, and then Frank has to on a Friday night go deliver package to all the board members. But if that's the day that board is going to have it, well.
Well, I just,
Maybe some instances that we may not be.
I just feel it gives them the weekend to look at it, you know, and we still get addendums,
Yeah.
so.
Makes sense. Anybody
Is there
have
any
any input on that?
thought that the board would have of going back to digital and having the phone book at the board meeting?
I don't mind that.
I don't know. I'm fine.
I know, would we be able, I know Mr. Nussel on the board prefers, we'd be able to accommodate for one or two board members to have a packet, I guess.
Yeah, we can still keep copies at the board meeting, but that would give everybody access to the information on Friday by the end of the day.
Right,
And then
instead of printing
we
out.
would- It could be one packet that we could do it, but, you know, having a public here, like, I think, you know, 2 weeks here on the board, we'll need to do that, but I think it works pretty well, and, you know, we work and save money.
Right, right, okay. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, I
fine.
put that in the rundown, because
Yeah.
there's some board members that aren't here, and if you want to meet here without it.
Right.
Well,
yeah,
I
no.
mean, I've been here almost 3 years now, and we've always come back on Fridays, so, you know.
I know that was moved to the meeting on Thursday, it also gives us another day, like, all the extra stuff that was being added, because we're constantly having to add new staff.
I understand that, but we got the packet on Monday, and I still sit on an addendum tonight. So,
Well,
So we'll do the-
I-
we'll do the
Right,
virtual.
I had told the board that we needed to do the agenda because of the bid opening, that was so easy.
So we can, Mrs. Riker, I guess we'll discuss doing virtual then, that's what you're saying. Send it out virtually is okay? On provided?
I'll get them right down.
Okay.
Um,
Because it
probably
does,
next week, because I really don't have them for this week, but, I can do it later.
thank you, Mrs. Woody. Is there any other,
Do we still have copies, do you know?
yes, there'll be a hard copy after. Any other new business?
Just a point of correction, in prior conversation I had with Mrs. Woody. I had occasion to attend a couple field hockey practices down at the Lawrence School, and we were, visibly in need of some new goals for the girls, so we did, the board did authorize that tonight on a regular agenda. So we get those to the field hockey.
Any other new business? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to audience remarks again. Members of the audience are invited to make brief comments about items on this agenda and matters of interest to the district. Any audience remarks? Yes. Would you like to come up to the podium, please?
I'm not sure if I'm out of order, whether I should spoke.
Oh, either is okay. Yeah, either is fine. It's just matters of interest to the district. So if you would like to speak, you could come up to the podium and please state your name for the record and your residency.
Apologize, I got poison ivy all over my face and this stuff all over my face and it's a paste and I'm miserable right now. I'm really miserable. I just, in the last 24 hours, it's coming out everywhere. I apologize.
We hope you feel better.
Excuse me. Okay, so do I have a time session or how does this work? It's my first time.
We usually like to keep it,
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it at 3 minutes, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
If you go 4 or 5 minutes, that's okay.
Okay, I'm talking really fast if I do this. Sorry. Okay. It's my first time doing this. Okay. Good evening, I'm Jana Bartz, 34 Unionville Avenue. Here with me today, I hold up the Constitution, Declaration, and Bill of Rights. And from what I'm seeing as Board of Educators and, you're over our children, I don't know, how much you all remember the Constitution and our rights, okay? Right now, the mask mandates are really against our rights. They kind of violate our law, and there's a lot of new information coming out in the last 18 months because of that. And therefore, we're basically mandating with a face mask that's considered a medical device and you're not medical doctors, you're supposed to be Board of Education looking out for our children. That being said, I know my grandson as well as me are both compromised with our immune system as well as many other children. I do know that there's many facts that bacteria and everything that continues to hang into those masks throughout the day. You put that on 5 days a week, this will make the children sick, okay? This will make my grandson sick, this makes me sick. I can't breathe, I barely can keep my oxygen at 94 on a good day because I'm compromised. So this is just like masking me even worse. Because of that, there are other things that I could really get into, and I had a whole list of stuff that I could have liked to have said to you. All of the viruses that we breathe in and out on a regular basis every day. We have viruses. There's viruses, you can't escape it. Those are in our everyday environment, every single day, okay? We need our God-given breath. We should be breathing that in and out, not suppressing that, because when you take those masks and you send them in, and it's been done, it's been proven, the masks are full of bacteria by the end of the day. So think about the kids and cross-contamination. They've got them on their face. They've got them on their fitness. They take them, they throw them down or shove them in their pockets. I mean, that's even worse. Or, putting them on a desk and taking them off. And it's not good. It's suppressing them and it's putting more bacteria. Plus the carbon dioxide. That's what struggles with me, okay? I'm breathing back carbon dioxide, which I don't need, okay? So just saying. And then that being said, because you're going to start seeing kids get sick, come this fall, remember last year, we didn't really see the flu or hear about the flu, and all of a sudden it just kind of disappeared. And more kids die of the flu on a normal basis every year. You didn't see that with COVID with kids. Kids have 99.998% chance of survival. It's only the ones that are a little compromised with their immune systems. They're the ones that are more susceptible. But we do have early treatment that we are being censored from. We do know this. This is not good, but we are being censored from it. We have forensic scientist, investigator, just put out this book after 18 months of investigation. You guys ought to look it up. Dr. Richard M. Fleming, Fleming, forensic scientist investigation. He's also an attorney. He's on the board of international courts. He is going to international courts with a lawsuit after Anthony Fauci, okay, and all the rest of them that were following one person. When he's a real scientist, along with other doctors and other scientists that are coming forward after 18 months of this, letting us know that this is doing more damage to our children. They have all the chances in the world to survive this. It's like a flu virus for them, seriously. Okay, so I just know my grandson is being suppressed from his oxygen, just like a lot of kids. And think about the special needs children. We all need interaction, we need facial expressions. They need this to learn and grow. And we're not allowing this. And the 6-foot social distancing, they need to interact together, much less be outside in the actual good God-given oxygen that we are entitled to, and you want to mask them. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm here to fight for our children and our rights that God gave us this freedom. And my grandfathers fought for this. I have 4 great-great-great-great-great-grandfathers. I'm a 5th generation great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter of 4 grandfathers that fought for our freedoms and our rights that are being taken from us. So thank you for letting me speak. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other audience remarks? Seeing none, we will be going into executive session for non-agenda items. No action will be taken. It'll be approximately 15 minutes. Can I get a resolution, please, Mrs. Wright?
Whereas pursuant to NJSA 10-4-LG, the Sussex-Wantage Regional Board of Education may exclude the public from that portion of the public meeting at which the board discusses any of the matters described in NJSA 10-4-12B.9. Now therefore be it resolved that the Sussex-Wantage Regional Board of Education shall enter into closed session to discuss future and legal matters. Now therefore be it further resolved by the Sussex-Wantage Regional Board of Education that pursuant to NJSA 10-4-13, the time and circumstances under which the discussion is conducted in closed session and disclosed to the public is limited for confidentiality and no more.
Thank you. Looking for a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Looking for a second? Thank you. All in favor? Are we live? All right, looking for a motion to adjourn, please.
I will make that motion too.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. All right.